Hi, I'm Neighbor Wilson from Home Improvement. I'm kidding, my name is Eric, and in this video we're going to be doing a review of the best standing desk for a tall person. So this is a little bit of a tease because what I'm showing right now on the screen is the VariDesk Pro 60 electric. But what we're going to do is, this is my home office, as you can tell by this beautifully outdated door to my right, your left. But we're going to be jumping into my work office where I've got a setup where it's a standard sitting desk. I'm going to go over some of the problems that a taller individual has with a sitting desk and talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to jump back to my home office and I'm going to talk specifically about the VariDesk Pro 60 electric and why I love this desk so much for a standing desk for a tall person. All right, let's jump to the office. Really quick before we go to my work office and talk about some of the limitations of a standard desk for a taller person, I want to point out the fact that in the description and the pinned comment of this video, you will see clickable timestamps. So if there's anything you want to, look at or skip ahead in this video, because I know it's a longer video, it's pretty much a table of contents that you can skip through and jump ahead in the video. So check that out. I will also have links to all the products and accessories mentioned in this video. I really appreciate it if you use my link for Amazon. Same price to you, but I will make a small commission on that. And lastly, I should mention that all the products that I'm reviewing from VariDesk here, they did send to me to review, but I absolutely love these products. Like, I love coming to my office now because of this desk, but we'll get to that more later in the future in this video. Let's jump into the work office and talk about what some of the limitations are of a standard desk for somebody who's taller. All right, let's go. This is a normal sized coffee. That's how tall I am. No, I'm just kidding. This is an espresso, but I am 6'6", and the purpose of this video is I'm going to be creating a video to show you and talk about the best standing desk for a tall person. So the reason that I'm making this video is really out of necessity for me, because this is my office environment. So I work from home a couple days a week. I work at the office a couple days a week. Got a really nice desk at the office. Boss really ponied up for a nice desk for everybody, but unfortunately, it's not the right size for me. The biggest issue that I've been having is I'm getting tightness in my shoulders, like probably more around the neck in this area right here. And my thinking on this, without being, I don't even know what you call it, a physiologist maybe, somebody who studies the body, I'll put it on screen if I'm wrong, is I can't get a proper fit. This is an XL chair, and you'll notice that right now the arms and everything looks pretty good, right? It's not terrible. As far as the comfort level here, this is the most comfortable height for me. Really the issue I'm having though is my shoulders are elevated right now above a natural resting position. So really the natural resting position would probably be like this, right? And this is what you could get at a standing desk because I can elevate the desk to the right size. And then with this, it's almost like the entire day my shoulders are slightly like this. So I think that's why I'm getting this pain and this stress up in here. And it's because if I lower these armrests, and these, I've got these armrests on purpose, they're articulating so I get a little bit more relief and be able to kind of figure out my positioning. And this is like a $250 Office Max chair. If I lower these, right, I'll show you this right now. Now my shoulders are kind of at a more comfortable height. They're kind of resting more naturally. But when I turn, right, I am now actually putting my hands into the desk. So now if I want to type, it's almost like I gotta make a fulcrum, like a tighter angle than 90 degrees here, and now I'm putting undue stress on my body this way. And I did see a physical therapist, and I told her about how I kept on having pain here, and she's like, oh, that's your mouse hand, do this, then do this, stretch it out that way. But I believe it's because mostly my desk is not capable with my chair of fitting my body size. 6'6". I'm longer in the legs than the torso, but I got really long arms too for my height. So I just end up sitting like this, and my back kind of comes forward a little bit. And I was at a party, and somebody who works as a physical therapist commented on my posture, and I was like, ah, crap. So I'm trying to do something about it. These dual monitor arms is the first step, but the home office, what I'm going to show you now, is the best standing desk for a tall person. I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's go back to the home office and check it out. All right, so back into the home office, and the last part of the video I was kind of talking about my shoulders and how they kind of feel like they're up a lot, which probably hard to see with this black shirt, black background, but right now this is a really comfortable height for me when I'm standing. So I'm standing at the desk, and this is a reclaimed wood desk if you're wondering about this, because there is 5 different models for VariDesk. but this desk will go up to 50.5 inches. I'm kind of got my cheat sheet on the screen right here, and it'll go down to 25.5. So for you, if you're watching this and you're thinking, all right, well, what about me? What about my height? I right now am at 47.5 inches. So I still have 3 inches to go, where you'll notice right now this is like a comfortable kind of hanging shoulder, nice 90 degree. If I go up all the way, all right, so you can see I almost look like a little kid going up to, you know, a counter or something like that. So for maybe this will help you. I'm 6'6", so I would guesstimate, based on at least the dimensions of my body, that I could probably get to about 6'9", 6'10", and put this all the way up to the 50.5 inch mark and be very comfortable still. So if you're like 7'2" watching this video, maybe this isn't for you. I apologize. But let me put it back down. All right, and this is right where I like it. What I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna put on the screen right now what I am looking at over here. So this is kind of the little magic display. This is where everything happens. As you can see, there are 3 different settings on here, 1, 2, 3. I've programmed those so the 3rd setting is my standing height, and then if I want, I have this handy stool here, which I will put on the screen now. If I put it all the way up, what I'll do is I will put it at my 2 setting, which for me is 39.5. So let me pull this monitor down a little bit. So at this setting at 39.5, this is kind of my middle setting. I can sit on my stool up straight, have a very comfortable height while I'm still working on my desk. And it just kind of gives me that in between a sitting desk and a standing desk. And then typically what I'll do is I can drop my stool down, which has this nice feature. And then I programmed my first setting. I'm coming off the screen now, right? My first setting is 32 inches. So 32 inches for me. Why don't we just bring this down? This is about a sitting desk for me, probably right at about the height, because I think 32 inches is pretty standard for a sitting desk, but it's also thinner than some desks, especially the one I have in my office, so I have a little more leg room too. But really enjoy the flexibility of this, and you know, the fact that you can program these different heights in here. I can very quickly, within a few seconds, get to my other height. So this is my stool up tall, and then now I can very comfortably be in a medium height, and then I can stand very quickly as well by hitting my programmed height here. And there you go. There's the 3 settings that I like for this to help me out as far as being comfortable and being able to change my body position throughout the day. So one of the things too about this desk when I was ordering it, I know the last desk that I got, it was kind of like one of those piecemeal desks where you got to put the wooden dowels in and put the glue, and you have all those screws you got to turn. You know, Office Max $300 special desk, and you end up spending like half of a Saturday putting the darn thing together. So I saw that this one, they claimed, is very easy to put together. What I'm putting on the screen right now is a time-lapse video of exactly how long it took me to put this desk together. And as you can see, I took a little timestamp with my phone, and at the end of this, you'll see that it took 17 minutes, if my memory serves me correct. And that's somebody who's never put this desk together before. One of the things that I appreciate is they send you all the tools, even a nice little mallet, right? So even though I just needed this just for like a split second, they had all the tools that you needed that are included with the desk as well. So why don't we take a moment right now to look at some of the accessories on the desk that I have that VariDesk was nice enough to send to me for this review. I want to take a look at some of the things we have going on so that you understand how all of them play together, because I think that's important as well. All right, so this one I apologize because you're gonna have to look at my feet, but what we're looking at here is the mat that you can get with this desk. The reason this is nice is it's got different angles. You can put your feet out wide and it kind of put your feet back a little bit, almost like you're driving a car. There's flat in the middle. And then the thing I really like is you have this on the far edge that you can kind of use to kind of almost act as a recliner. So depending on what position you're at in your desk, you may be using this differently. If I'm using it as a standing desk, I will pull it back a little bit and stand right on the mat. Now I'm on a carpet with a pad underneath it, probably not quite as crucial for that. If you have a hard floor at your desk, you'll definitely want a standing desk or standing mat 100%. So now if I move my desk down, which you won't see because it's off screen right now, but if I'm putting it in that middle range height for me, what I do is I sit on my stool with it all the way up, and I tend to use this as kind of a little pressure to kind of stabilize myself, and it forces my posture up a little bit and just gives me really good posture. So I tend to see my feet sitting like this quite a bit when I'm in that middle point. And then if I am going to sit with the desk all the way down, it's just more of your standard kind of just nice soft feel under my feet right here. So the mat here is very helpful, especially when you're using that middle ranged height and you're using your stool all the way up. And then of course, if you have hardwood floors or anything, a very hard surface, and you're standing, you'll want to have a mat or something to be underneath your feet. But I do like the different edges on this too. That was very Vanna White of me with my foot, right? The different edges. But that is nice to be able to move your feet around and adjust your legs a little bit to what's comfortable for you. All right, now we're showing off the stool here. So this is called the Varichair Pro. This is with it up all the way, and as I mentioned earlier, I kind of like this for being able to sit and putting my feet out on the mat. And as you can see, it's almost like a joystick, right? It's got a lot of flexibility in it. Right now I'm kind of in that mid-level position, so I got my feet stretched out, very comfortable. It has no back on it, as you can see, or a very low back. That's to encourage good posture. And what I can say about this is it's almost like having an exercise ball that moves with you. I know that's kind of like a fad for a little bit that people had, that they're sitting on exercise balls, but it forces your posture to sit up because you're not able to slouch in the chair. But the fact that it's almost kind of got this, like, I don't know, I keep saying joystick, but I'm sure there's a fancier way of saying it. But it's just a very comfortable chair that moves with you and just kind of positions itself in a way that's very comfortable for you depending on where you're at on the desk. So I really like the chair. It's very comfortable. Probably takes a little bit to get used to, but engages your legs and your core more throughout the day. So you're not just sitting slumped over in a chair for your entire day. So this may actually be my favorite accessory for this desk, and this is the LED Tasklamp. All right, it looks very simple. I mean, you can barely even see it on the screen right now because it's very sleek. Not a lot to it, but the thing I like about it is it's got all these different temperature settings. I'm kind of a snob when it comes to lighting. I really like warm lights. So you have the 3 different temperature settings for light, and then you also have 3 different settings for brightness on each one. So this is it off. This is it very low, this is my favorite setting. And this is just really nice to be able to control your environment and the mood with the ambient lighting and having this LED task lamp right here on the desk. So what you can see is this actually just works on a little bit of a clamp system. This is what a few of the things work on. So I'll pull this off of here. So this is just on the desk like this. But if you prefer, this actually comes off of here. Let me just put it back on the desk because I just like leaving it on here. This will just slide right off the back of this, and then you can lift it up, and now you can see it's just kind of this little tiny base here that you see right here. It comes with this stand as well, and this is a very heavy duty stand here, and it slides into this. Oh, I got another first one. Okay, and now it's in there, and now I can use this kind of as a little desk light any way that I see fit. So really like that. This has been awesome, especially because, depending on the time of day, I got different lighting in the room. This is always kind of giving me a consistent warm light that I really like while I'm working. Why don't we readjust and take a look at this Powerhub that's sitting right here as well. So this is what's called the Powerhub. I'll take this out of here just so you can see it a little bit easier. Right now I just have the LED task lamp hooked up to it, but one of the things I really like is it does have two USB ports. Here, why don't I pull this out so you can see. There's two USB ports right here and here, and then you have the three power plugs. This also is working on a clamp that's meant specifically for this desk. So you can take this off pretty easily and move it around the desk any way that you see fit, which is pretty nice. And I like having this just so you have the USB cords are nice. I can charge my wireless keyboard and mouse and phone. And I got a few extra ports, so if I want to, you know, hook the light up here, I'm gonna put that back on, or anything like that, I can do that. And what I've been actually using it for is charging my battery for my camera for this shoot. So it's nice to have that functionality and versatility on the desk in just kind of a compact form on the side of the desk here. So a big component of getting a standing desk is how you arrange your monitors. So right now I have a dual monitor stand, dual monitor arm it's called, from VariDesk. It works out very well for me. What I do is I keep my MacBook to the left, and then I have my two screens, and this one's probably a little bit harder to see, but you can see it over here. And one of the things I really like is the monitor arm stand is very easy to use. So this is a very comfortable height if I'm kind of in that mid-level height. You know, right now I'm at, let me check over here, I'm at 39.5 inches. So let's say I want to bring this down a little bit. I'm gonna drop my chair too. So this is still a comfortable height for me, but what you'll see is when I bring it up all the way, that I'm gonna get that issue that I have at the office where you're kind of staring down at your screen a little bit, just because of the natural way that my head rests when I'm standing. And I'll bring this down a little bit just so we can still see each other. So this, what I can do very easily is lift these up, and it doesn't take much to do it, and it just stays. So these are very flexible. You know what? I'm gonna move the camera right now so you can kind of see me repositioning these and see how that looks. So why don't I pull these apart a little bit? So now you can see me a little bit. So when I'm standing, you can see that my eye line is right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring these up a little bit, and it's very easy to do again. So you just put two hands on here, pull it up, and pull it up. Now, of course, you can't see me on the screen anymore, but this is a much more comfortable height for me, for my size, to be able to look directly at the screens when I'm standing at the desk. So it's really great that these monitor arms are very easy to use. I don't have a lot of experience with monitor arms, but I do have the dual monitor set up at my office. It's a cheaper version. Maybe it was like $100 and this is $200. VariDesk is not the cheapest product on the market, but I can tell you it's very high quality. And at work, my monitor arms will shake and they start to fall a little bit sometimes if I move them around too much. I haven't found that to be the case with these. Very stable, very easy to move, and very easy to set up. Another thing I'd like to point out is it comes with these hooks. So you can see that on the screen right now. These just slide right in to the desk like this, make a really secure set. And what I do is you can kind of put your cords there if you like. So this is all my cords going up to my MacBook. I also use a backpack like this for going to and from work. So I will also hang my backpack on there as well. So you can kind of see that that is nice for being able to do that. The next thing I want to show you is there's a bucket on the back end for cord management over here. All right, so this is also really well designed. One of the things I like about this bucket here, which is holding all the cords, is if you have water that spills over, it is not going to go inside of this bucket with all your cords. So a lot of your cords and electrical devices are protected down here. This actually swings open, so it's very easy to get access to everything, and then just kind of snaps back. So you can see how it's kind of set up like that. there are 2 holes on either side for cords to come in through. And what I have running off of this right now is I have the cord to the desk power. I have 2 cords going to my 2 monitors, and then I have my MacBook Pro cord as well there. So that kind of covers up all of the cords, and I'm sure I could probably figure this out to be a little bit cleaner. Another nice thing is these dual monitor arms, they have kind of cord management built into them. And you also get these nice little wraps that they send with you with the product. So these you can use for wrapping cords together, and you can see I've used them right here and in other various spots on the desk as well. So we're wrapping up this video. Hopefully you found it really helpful. I know as a taller person, sometimes it can be difficult to, make the right purchase. You buy something that doesn't quite fit you. This one for me has fit like a glove. I really like the ability to adjust the heights throughout the day. It just kind of adds a little extra variety to my day, but I also feel like I'm sitting up straighter. My posture, everything feels more comfortable and made for my body type, which is awesome. So everything that I've discussed in the video, you can find links in the description in the pinned comment below to make it easy for you to check it out. And yeah, super impressed with the products that VariDesk has. Very easy to put together, high quality. I mean, the sturdiness of this desk is awesome, and I'm thrilled with it. So I know you will be too, so check it out. I think you'll appreciate it, and check out my other videos and subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate any kind of comments or feedback you can give. All right, take care and good luck.